Hello again everyone and welcome back to 101 Great Goals. Now again we're at the Brentford Community Stadium where Brentford are taking on Arsenal, and we're going to try and speak to some Arsenal fans today. They've had a bit of a torrid time of late and we're just going to see how they're feeling going into the new season, their transfer policy, Mikel Arteta, to go from such a big club to a club that is faltering on all aspects. Can they be excited for the new season? Let's find out. Arsenal. Been a bit of a turbulent few years. We go into this new season. Can you describe the transfer window? I mean, you've signed Ben White, Lokonga, and you've also signed Tavares as well. Is it good enough for you?
No, we still need those extra bit of quality. I mean, you look at Chelsea, Liverpool, maybe not Liverpool because they haven't signed anyone major yet, but like United, they're all going in for the big players, and Arsenal are a massive club, and we've I think great for the future, the players we've brought, no worries about that, but we still need that quality. And as I think many Arsenal fans will say, probably only Ben White, maybe Lokonga gets in, but really it's just we're back to the same practically 11 that we ended last season with, and it's a bit disappointing at the moment. There's still hope. We've got, the window's still open, so.
Where do you stand then on Mikel Arteta? I mean, we'll get onto the club and the way that the club has been run, but with Mikel Arteta, where do you stand for this season? Obviously, first season won the FA Cup, last season was a bit of a downer. So where are you with him?
I'm to it at the moment. It's like I want to give him time, but we didn't really give it. When I say give him time, we've got away with it the first season, won the FA Cup. He had a full season to bring in his own, could have brought his own players. I do think him and Edu need to look at our recruitment, I think, because we're too busy taking Chelsea rejects, as I would call them, and bunging them on big wages, and then admittedly a few of the other players that we brought in, we just can't seem to get them off the wage bill, so it's stifling us, I think.
Well, I mean, I was saying it earlier as well to someone that, I'm going to give him a couple more months to, we've had a whole season of him in a bit, I'm going to give him a couple more months. However, if we do really bad for 2 or 3 months and we start declining down the table, I'm afraid, Arteta, you've got to go, mate. It's becoming a joke. We need to be in that top 4. We need to be steady in that top 4. We've got some really coming here to Brentford tonight. It's just, the hardest thing. They're a new club, new atmosphere, and then we've got Chelsea and we've got Man City coming up, and we just need to really, really, really strengthen up this season. I mean, if Arteta doesn't do any great in the next couple of months, I'm sorry, mate, you've got to go.
Can you sum up the transfer window for me? I mean, 3 players in.
If I'll give it a marks out of 10, 2.
Yeah.
I was expecting Arsenal to make a big effort in this summer's transfer window. Yet again, another failed transfer window. And that's due to the incompetence of the personnel within the top of the club. And when your board of directors and your owner, who does not give a damn, does not act in action, it affects those at the bottom and the playing staff. And it's the fans who have to suffer it. I have to suffer it because, being an Arsenal fan, we're known as Banter FC. And
it's been tough though,
It's been tough. I want Arsenal as a club to start thinking as a big club again. But again, at the same time, you can see it's going to take a lot of time for Arsenal to get back to that football club that we all recognise. So some of us recognise from the last 17, 18 years ago. It's going to take time for that DNA to be reinstalled from when it was the DNA 17, 18 years ago. This Arsenal is nowhere near the levels. Hence the reason why they're not even competing in Europe this season. And the way the hierarchy has behaved in the transfer window and how they've run the club, despicable. Makes me damn sick.
I'm going to presume you've been an Arsenal fan for many years.
Yep, since 1973.
How does it feel to see the club in the state that it's in at the moment? I mean, it does seem like a very conflicted fan base, but to go from obviously the Invincibles to where you're at now, it's a fall from grace, isn't it?
Yep, it's a very demoralising situation at the moment. No one knows which way the club's going. We was actually told pre-season that we were going to make 7 signings. We've only made 3. And do we really know what these 3 players are all about? We've actually signed Ben White, that was part of the England setup, and this is a young guy for £50 million. And as we know, in today's market, we're all worried about the price of players, but £50 million for a 25, 26-year-old seemed to be astronomical money. And if that's the one player we've got to look at out of 7 players of a signing to say what's happening, what do we do on the way forward? It's very, very disheartening, and a club I've been supporting, as I say, since 1973. It's very hard to look at the way forward at the moment. It really is.
I mean, obviously I'm 47 years of age. I've seen Arsenal when they were dire, when they were, but then when you get though Wenger came in, we were spoilt. For the first 10 years, we enjoyed it, and then with the chance to build, the promise of the new stadium to compete never happened, and it's just got worse. And I think and I don't like digging out players because I support Arsenal through and through, but when we look at the opposition and the Manchester Cities, even Tottenham and all that, they look at our midfield, and when they see Al Lenny lining up, he wasn't good enough. He's been out on loan, and I don't mean to dig him out, but he's to push on for the top 4. You need better midfielders, better, and it comes down to recruitment at the end of the day. And I don't think our recruitment's been brilliant, and someone needs to be brought up and said, like, what's going on? We're spending these money, spending 50 million on Ben White, quality, looks quality, and I'm from Brighton, and they love him down there. They loved him down there. So let's see, he'll bring that quality, and 2 good youngsters coming in, maybe for the future. But where's the now? And that's the problem with Arsenal at the moment. We want the future, but we also want the now.
So we'll talk about the now then. This coming season, fans are back, which I bet you're absolutely buzzing about. You're at a stadium, which must be incredible. What's a good season for you? What do you want this season, apart from obviously going to the games, which I bet you're unbelievable?
Yeah, I'm happy just to be here watching the team. I support them through thick and thin anyway. But with obviously ambitions, no European football. Our focus can be on the league, and I think we should go in every game 3 points going in. I know that's a big ask, but every time I want Arsenal to go top 4, but back into Europe as a start, attract the players hopefully, and go from there. But yeah, don't know. Let's see what happens.
You're back at a stadium. How good does that feel?
Do you know what? Just to be, it's amazing to be back. We've had 18 months of nothing, and okay, it's a sad situation. It is very sad, but we're back. We are back in a football stadium, and that's let's hope we stay like that for quite a while. But it's just mingling with fans, talking to the fans. The Brentford fans have been so welcoming, even here. It's amazing.
It's brilliant. Over a year and a half without football fans in the terraces, watching football on the telly without no fans. Weird, different, and it just didn't feel like it was football. It felt like it was a ghost town. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just something that you will never envisage in your lifetime. Not in my lifetime.
Yeah. But now you're back, and how's that feel?
I feel good. Oh, more than good. I feel nice that fans are back in the terraces.
So that's that then. We spoke with the Arsenal fans, and they're a very divided fan base on what they want for this season, where their problems lie, and how they want the club to move forward. But it was a pleasure to speak to them, and let's see how Arsenal do this season. Let us know in the comments below how you think Arsenal will get on this season as well. And if you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and check out our social media pages.